Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. So we'll be starting with the second session of the program today. The next keynote speaker is our own Dr. Neeraj Pandit, sir. He is professor and head in the Department of Community Medicine, SBKS, MIRC, SVTU, as well as his director Institutional Social Responsibility Cell, SVTU. His area of interest is publication and research in the areas of epidemiology, occupational health, and reproductive health. He has more than 50 publications in his name in various national and international journals. He has attended many conferences and presented numerous papers. He is involved in ICMR funded research. He has 3 ICMR funded research on his name. He has also published his book for undergraduate students on physiotherapy and nursing. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Pratik.
Yes, sir. So you may continue with the lecture, sir.
I will like to share my screen.
I'll just stop sharing. Oh, now you can start sharing, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, sir. We can start, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is very important and interesting symposia going on. In morning, you heard the 2 experts. Now in afternoon, this is also a very interesting and important area, sources of research grant. All researchers always in search of the research grant. Okay, this is very important, and we will talk on this part, and there is various aspects. This is very important, various aspects I am going to discuss on this area. So, objective of the session, why do we need a grant for the research? That is the first we discuss on this part. Then sources of research grant at various level in biomedical research, we will focus in medical science research, as well as some other part of the area. Then last part is very important, applying and motivation. What is my motivation behind to apply the grant? Okay, so we'll focus in this 3 area in next 40 minutes. If you have any question, you can write in between, or even you can ask very important question in between. So first thing is need of the research grant. Why do we need a research grant? This is very important in era of the now medical science, what is going on. Everybody is saying that do research, do research. MCI followed by NMC is also saying that by now plan research, publish paper. So what is the need? This is very important. I will say one by one points. Everybody is known point. Just refreshing, rebrushing, and just keep in mind your inputs also very important, because I may not have all the aspect. Okay, so the first is making your CV strong. Is it publication, your name in black and white? Okay, then sharing your work with the national, international agency. High-end research is very costly. It's very difficult to do out of the pocket. And not only that, nowadays the research publication also charging the money. So that also we need to keep in mind, how to publish our paper to high-end research journal. Credit, proud, last but not least in this list is a NAC requirement of the institute. All institute is now going for the NAC competitive score, A+, A++, B, B++, and everywhere 250 mark for the research. So research grant and research publication, both are the important in this area. So because of this, the research grant is very important, and this research grant has a value altogether. Okay, so this is the one angle I'm saying. These are the most important angles, but do you think these are the enough? Or this is the basic motivation or basic need? It is to solve the community health problems and make the society healthy and happy. So this is very important. It is not just about your 6, 7, whatever the given, they are the byproduct. Actually, your research grant, your need, your all this requirement should target to the health problem, community health problem, community medical health and all aspect of the problem, solve it and make the society healthy and happy. See, funder is always interested how you are solving the problem. Funder is not just giving the fund. Its accountability is very important. You cannot be say, okay, give me money, 100 thus 1 crore rupees, I will do this research. Okay, they will ask what is the advantage? What will be the outcome? What will be the advantage to the community? So keep in mind, grant is always accountable aspect. You cannot say this is a simple, I am doing the research or I'm asking the research grant to make my CV strong, to do the publication, to do the research work with my national international colleagues. It's a costly, I cannot do from my pocket, credit, proud, they are the byproduct. They are not actually a primary aim. This please keep in mind and need to be. Otherwise, it is something like it is a mandatory to go for the work. And we all do the mandatory go for the work. It is not, should not be like it's a monotonous and it is a mechanical thing. We don't want to make a research a mechanical. Okay, so this is very important area. So need is very important. Always focus need on the health problem. Okay, so this background, I just go for the next is the sources. This is the important session. Now this slide will continue. I will discuss on this part next 20 minutes. And this is an important part, how to develop the research culture in your medical college. In your, you can say a medical college, you can see in your own self. Okay, so see in India, Indian Council of Medical Research, it is the best agency to give the grant, and they are not just giving grant to the faculty only. They are giving grant. See, they are starting the grant from medical student. See, you all know ICMR STS is a very important, prestigious, and this time you surprise ICMR STS almost more than 20,000 submission was there. And because of that, still it is a delayed. It's in July. It was actually result should be announced by the April, but now it's still the July. They are saying that we may release result by the end of the July, and we will revise the result. So that's going to be a very important now competition in this area. Students are getting more and more students getting involved in the research, and this is the most important short-term studentship. I know you are all knowing because since 2009 in this medical college, I am working with the medical student. I am motivating the medical student for the applying the ICMR STS, and there are various till date lot of student applied. They received the ICMR STS also, and they even published their article also. Just today morning, my own student came to get a LOR. He received that ICMR STS and that paper published in the very good journal also, and that has citation also. So this is a proud moment actually, and this is the research culture. You surprised that student did almost 3 research during undergraduate time, and even after finishing MBBS, now he is trying for the USMLE and going for the USA. And during that time, he has written 1 or 2 article also. See, this is very important. So this is a culture you need to develop, and that culture you can cultivate from the studentship. If the student has tried small research, and definitely they are going to do the research in the future. See, again, one more example I like to give you about Suvandip Vidyapit. We have started a concept of the Evigen chip. That is a very interesting name, Evigen chip. It's evidence generating community health intervention project. It is a short form of this community. It's evidence generating community health intervention project. And this Evigen chip, we started in around 2000, you can say at 11, 12. The basic concept of this Evigen chip was developed based on the problem solving for the better health, PSPH. Those who are old medical colleges, they knew about this PSPH concept in Gujarat, Karamsad, then you can say NHL, There are colleges who are running this PSBH, and we renamed this PHBS, which evidence generating, and we name is a vision chip. And this is a, you can say, a compulsory part. In third year part one, we are giving this project, research project to the student. We are conducting one day, not 1 day, 2 day session. You can say a full day workshop on writing the proposal. There are 4 sessions: day 1 morning, day 1 afternoon, day 2 morning, day 2 afternoon, where the students, we are taking some few basic lecture followed by interactive session with the guide. They are sitting with their guide and making the proposal. And this complete proposal, they submit to the ethics committee, and following the ethics committee approval, they start the data collection. After finishing data collection, students will present their report in front of the experts and judge, and the one or two team will get the best prizes. This at least 6 months apart. So this is very important area we are doing since almost last 2 years. Even during COVID time also, we have conducted the things, and this helped us to develop small research culture in our institution. It's very difficult, but it's a just development of the research culture. Just you can put a seed in brain of the student, it will grow anytime in the future. We are not sure whether grow when and whether it will grow or not, but it is better. We are happy that lot of students are doing the various things. So this is the first. Based on this, ICMR STS application also going on. But this year, we are very surprised. First year medical student applied, lot of student, enthusiastic student, they applied for the ICMR STS. So this is the first entry, because this is the way they can show their enthusiasm toward the research. So undergraduate student, ICMR undergraduate student. Now next, see, it is just finishing the MBBS. Now see the MD, MS, MDS, DM. Here also ICMR is giving the PG thesis fund. And this PG thesis fund, it is also a small amount. Like ICMR STS is a 50,000. Now this is also a 50,000 amount they are giving. And this is only 50 students are getting all over the India in a year. Okay, so usually application time is in the month of June and in the month of December. There are 2 time window is open. You can apply online, and students are applying. The amount is very small, but here is a conditional. See, this is very important. Here is the condition they are giving. They are giving 30,000 rupees immediately on acceptance. Remaining 20,000 you will get once you finish your thesis, MD thesis, and you publish your paper in index journal. Then only you will receive the remaining 20,000 rupees. So this is very important. Here they are motivating to publish also. So this is very important. Amount is small, but this credit is very important. And the last important is a culture. We are developing a research culture, and this research culture component is very important in case of the MD, MS student. Now next, faculty. This is very important. Now this is for the faculty like us. And here ICMR Investigator Initiative Grant, Ad hoc Research Fund. Previously, it is known as a Ad hoc Research Fund. Now, it is known as a ICMR Investigator Initiative Fund. I think you know about this part. You visit the ICMR website. Currently, Investigator Initiative Grant second round is already on. 15 July is the last date. Please see that it's 15 July. If you are interested, if you want to submit proposal, submit 15 July. Today is the 6th of the July. You still have a 10 days, you can say 9 days to apply. And this is very important. And they are giving how much fund? 2 crores to 8 crores for the period of 4 years. Okay. And don't think they are not giving. They are giving. There is no partiality. It's a totally your based on your quality and your area. See, they already have given the area of the research. If you want to see, you can open the window of the ICMR and just see. Currently it is going on, and the area is also written. But online submission, and very important, you need to be a very meticulous. Methodology point of view is you need to be very meticulous. You need to have a very clear what you want to do. And this is if you are clear, your objective is clear, your methodology is clear, your timeline is clear. With that budget guidelines are also given. Give the budget guideline, you will definitely get. Okay, so this is very important. And for that, there are various people saying that ICMR funds are only given to the people who has some connection. Don't think so. See, I just give you an example. One of my research project, which is just finished on the RCH issue among the tribal women, migratory tribal women in Gujarat. This project, first time I submitted in ICMR in 2012. See, 2012. And it was accepted. And in 2014, I received that your project is accepted and grant is sanctioned. And that time we tried to be applied. They asked some certificate, zero certificate. As a private institute, we should have a zero certificate. We immediately applied for the zero certificate. We received the zero certificate within 3 months. But during that time, their funding finance year was closed. So they said, currently we don't have a fund. You can try for the next time. See, in 2014 sanction project, I have again submitted in 2019. Same project with the current scenario, with the revised budget, I submitted that project in 2019 and it was sanctioned in 2020. I received the fund in 21, you can say 21, 22, 23 recently, 22 and February 23, I have finished that project with the 1 year and that's even published the article. See, they are giving fund for the article publication also. So need to be very clear. You should be having some idea. If somebody is known to the applying agency, take a help. Don't hesitate. They will guide, definitely. Don't hesitate even to approach me also. I have also submitted this 3 project. I have one more with the ICMR, that is MIRA. It's a Malaria Research Alliance project going on. And one more, the GDM. It's a Gestational Diabetes Mellitus project going on. Okay, so that's a very easy process. But your writing and your compliance, your accountability, very important. You need to be a very accountable and clear, and definitely ICMR will give the fund to you. So don't hesitate, just at least their requirement, fulfill their requirement. Don't be a casual. If you are casual in their requirement, they are casual to fund also. So this need to be keep in mind while you ask fund to any agency. They are spending a lot of money. So definitely they will ask your accountability. If you are not accountable, they will blacklist also. So please keep in mind, you should not be have anything. If they ask any financial statement or anything, supply immediately. You should coordinate with your institutional finance department. Just coordinate with them. Don't be a lazy. Institute finance department is also overburdened. So don't think they will call you. You should call and get the things clear from them because they are also new. They also don't know how to handle this fund, the requirement. See, some ICMR wants the current account. Some ICMR, now majority of the ICMR funds, people want the saving account. So you should keep a separate saving account, and that saving account with interest every quarterly. At the end, you should have some account, the balance account statement and send to the ICMR, and they will do the revise. If your project's 2 years, 3 years, at the end of the first financial year, 10 months, give the report, 12 months, give the financial UTC, they will revise your project and give the next year budget, or automatically it will come in your account. It's very easy process. But you have to be very clear. This is my project. I should take my own importance accountability with this project to the institute as well as ICMR. Okay, so this is a faculty research project from the ICMR. Next is DBT, Department of Biotechnology. I think this is again the biggest funding agency. There are various funds. You can open the Department of Biotechnology. There are faculty funds, there are other funds available. DBT has their own requirement. And this is also, you can see, they are also not difficult. I have not any application with the DBT till date. I have not experience also on this DBT, but my colleagues who are working, they are saying it's very easy. No need to be a uh, get any burden or anything stressful. They are also supporting agency to the providing grant. Okay, so DBT is also one of the way to get, and this both ICMR and DBT for the faculty, they need a zero certificate. That is a scientific and industrial research organization. And this certificate is for the private institution. Okay, or not for the government. Government institution do not require this zero certificate. They have to just select the government institute. They are exempted from the zero certificate. But all the private institutions required to get the zero certificate, and every 3 years you have to renew this zero certificate. Our research cell department is doing this at regular affair, and they are providing all the data. This too, and this zero certificate is provided by DBT, Department of Biotechnology. So they are the actually department who is taking care of the zero certificate also. So this need to be keep in mind for the ICMR and DBT. Now this is a startup fund. Now I think startup is also upcoming new area, business. Who do not like to go for the business? Okay, there are various places now that is also part of the innovation and research department. We have innovation cells where the startup is also one of the component. So if you have a new idea, see this is very important. They are inviting various ideas and they are just cultivate the idea. You can say idea को अच्छे से उसको इस model में convert करना. For that also they are giving the grant. Okay, and this grant is up to the 5 lakh to 10 lakh rupees. See, this is a very important. We are just taking it casually. You should not take it casually. If you want to have some product in your mind, don't hesitate. Do some homework and ask the fund. Government definitely give you a fund. Okay, all institution, wherever you are sitting, in our Sumandi Vidyapit also we have startup cell. Okay, innovation cell. All the institute, government is now insisting to develop or create your innovation or startup cell. Don't approach. If you, even your institute do not have a startup cell, you can approach directly to the government of Gujarat or government of India. And they are open invited funds available, startup funds. Just apply, but you need to be a very clear cut in your write-up what you want to do, how you can develop this idea to the business and how it can be let go benefit to the community, Again, yeah, keep in mind, benefit to the community. So startup fund is also one of the fund where you will get a grant and also you can publish a paper through it. It's a research. Next is a fellowship and postdoc funding. This is also ICMR, DBT, all people are giving. There are various international funding agencies are also who are giving this fellowship and postdoc fund. Okay, once you finish your PhD, within next 5 years, you can do this postdoc funding. You can ask this postdoc funding for enhancing your PhD work to the more detailed research. And you can even do some fellowships if you want to develop some specific skill, you can go for the fellowship also. And this fellowship is not only sponsored by the ICMR, DBT, but even the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. There are several fundings available for the fellowships. Even Tata Institute of Social Science, TEAS, and some other Baba Atomic Research, something agencies are also giving the fund for the fellowship. You can have an approach, you can see, search on the Google, you will get a lot of fellowship and postdoc funding area for your research. So this are also opportunity of the research you can keep in mind. ICMR international travel grant. This is also one of the area. If you want to go the international travel for publication, presentation, ICMR also funding this area. Their own requirement. You have to apply it in advance and you can get the funding for the international travel also. So you can visit the ICMR international travel grant. I will show you the ICMR site after this presentation. So you can have an idea where to look and what are the area and how this is written clearly on this web page. So I can just share a few points. I definitely say Everybody must have visited this website. You know about these things. I am not saying anything new, but this is the area which required to refresh, and again to get the motivation to apply the research grant. So this is ICMR interest grant. ICMR workshop funding scheme. ICMR, DBT, even GSBTM, Gujarat Biotechnology Mission, this all UGC also, they are also funding for the workshop. If you want to do some workshop related to research or your own area, you can apply for the workshop and they will give you a small fund, and not only fund, you will get a logo to use for this workshop. So that you can also use for the sources of fund for your grant, not only research, for the sharing of the research also. So this is something about the funding. Last is nurturing clinical scientist scheme. This is also very important. Clinical scientist scheme, nurturing. Somebody wants to go to develop themselves as a researcher. So how to get a nurturing? That also a ICMR fund available. I will show you that part where it is available. You can go more detail. You can learn this part and you can try to be apply if relevant. Most important is the cultivation of the research culture in yourself, in your department, and you can say in your institution. This is very important. It is very difficult. See, that's next question. Next slide is on this. Motivation for the research grant. Okay. Important question. Why should I apply to the research grant? Why? What? So, first important question. What we are to get from the research grant? Answer is nothing. In monetary term, PI will not get anything from the research grant except some agencies. You can say there are some international agency where they are giving the funds to the researcher. Otherwise, ICMR, DBT, they are not giving anything. They are just giving the tag, and you can keep everything under you. You can keep your staff requirement and you can conduct the research, everything, but you will get only salary, whatever you continue. So this is very important. You need to be a very highly. So institutional environment and ecosystem is very important. Okay, this needs to be understood. You have to be very clear in this area. Institution environment, ecosystem. How institute is developing the ecosystem. Your system should be so that it should be have a competition to apply for the research grant. It is not just, okay, few people are applying the grant, majority are sitting without any. But everybody should try. If somebody will try, definitely some will get there. See, I always tell my faculty and even myself, okay, if you apply, you are in competition. If you will not apply, you are not at all in the competition. Okay, so don't tell the things. Okay, I am here with you presenting this session with so confident because I applied. I have a 3 research project going on. I have received the fund. Okay, this is very important. No hypothetical environmental talking. So please do apply. If you are applying, you are in the competition. Okay, there are chances rejection. Don't be disheartened. It is not said, at least success rate at 10%, 20%, or 50%. You have experience when you are submitting article to very good journal. Even after 6 months, they say, sorry, your article is not suitable to. So even after 6 months of waiting period, you are getting the negative answer. So that don't be disheartened. Motivation is very important. You need to be a very highly motivated. Okay, otherwise, we all know NMC said the 2 article, everybody is happily publishing 2 article and forgetting the things. Okay, always teacher, there are 3 tasks in medical college. Okay, one is academic education, second is your patient care, your field activity, community activity, or whatever, and third is your research. Don't forget, this is very important. Academic, patient care, and last is a research. So need to be all 3 equally distributed, and 6 days are given. Each activity you can spare 2 days, 2 days for the patient care, 2 days for the academic, and 2 days for the research, and you are finished the 6 days a week. You can try, you can best try to this thing, you can balance the thing, and you can develop yourself in this area. What ecosystem institute can promote? Institute can develop a promotion increment system, incentive part. If you get a grant, you will get this much incentive. If you publish the paper, you will get this much increment in your salary. Okay, and disincentive. How many of you agree to go for the disincentive? Again, it's very a two-edged sword. Disincentive may or may not work, but incentive definitely going to be work. And our Sumandip Vidyapit has a practice of giving the incentive. And this incentive, even though it's small incentive, but people are motivated to do the research, and we are getting a lot of research publication, grant, even application also. So this is also very important. Long and complicated process of application. This is really a disheartening. Many times the requirement, full proposal with all details, references, application, submission process, submission followed by the, but see, nowadays they have a clear-cut timeline. They have a timeline. Last day is the 15th of July. We will select the project by the 15th of the August. We will give the fund by the 31st of August. So this nowadays it's a very clear-cut deadline. So don't be disheartened. There are in past long processes, many times people may forget what was actually. Interest should continue till you receive the grant. There are chances in the past, but now not. Interest of the PI may lost when the fund will come. And this is very important. When I started 2012, received the grant in 2022, almost 10 years later, I may lose my interest. So this is very important, interest. And not only that interest, institute. You may change your institute. Nowadays in medical, very frequent change of the institute. One college to second, second to third, third to fourth. And this is very important, and that is motivation component. That is the institutional ecosystem. All are playing an important role. Okay, so this is something about the motivation component, and this is important, everybody. So it's a very difficult to motivate yourself to apply the research grant, and this is something, I think this is the last part, and I thank you. If permit, I can share that ICMR. If IQC cell is agree, I can share the something to the participant and show the ICMR. Can I show, Pratik?
Dr. Elliot, yes, I think you can show that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just sharing my screen again. Okay, you can see, I'm just opening the ICMR web page. This is the ICMR page, okay. And see, this here the grant is written. Now in this grant page, everything is written on this grant page. See, call for the project proposal, fellowship, extramural ad hoc, adjunct faculty scheme, MD, MS, PhD, MDS, DM, postdoctoral, ICMR emerald workshop funding. This all, everything are on this grant page. You can use this grant page and you can submit. And even currently what is going on, this updated, see, this is going on. Result notification still pending. Application under various call and project is going on. I'm just clicking one of this page. Still loading. So similarly, DBT also website having the all the thing. Okay, you can use this website to go for the all this thing, and this grant, everything they are asking through through, you can say a very important is it is now online submission. It is not offline submission, anything. You have to create your own account, and through account only you can go to things. Okay, so, okay, here is the page is open. Here you can see what are the openings are available and last date, and with this PDF. You can use this, all the thing, and you can apply whichever your relevant things is. This is a dental caries. This is a reduction treatment gap in mental disorder. This is an ambulatory care in non-communicable disease public healthcare system. This is, you can say, a screening and treatment of the mental disorder. There are a lot of things upcoming in the mental disorder. This is a intramural. This is not for us, for them only. Extramural investigator institute. This is what I am telling is a 15th of July. You can try for this. 15th July is the last date, and you can apply through the ICMR online system only. Okay, so this is something what I would like to share. Thank you. Any question, query? Just transfer mic to the IQSC, Dr. Pratik.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your lecture. It was very informative. You have covered everything in short, but it is very brief information given for grants. I request
Yes.
all the participants, if they have any doubts, you can clarify with Dr. Neeraj. I think, sir, no doubts are
Okay.
there.
Thank you. Thank you, Pratik and all. Because I have a lecture, I just leave the session. Thank you all.
Sure,
Thank you.
sure, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, are you there?
Yes, yes.
So there is one question. Do these funded research to ICMR have to go through a proper channel?
No, no, no. It is not required. You have to just take a signature of the dean, sir, on one document only. Okay. And as an investigator, you only have to submit. Everything will go through your own email ID and login ID password. Okay.
Right.
So no need to go take a hard copy signed by the dean and post, nothing. Everything online, and you have to do. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.